Hey, just landed back at 5 Lakes Garage, and today we're going to go back to the beginning of the channel and do some rustic woodworking. That thing. Alright, this little puppy right here is actually something from my childhood. Yes, this thing is like 30 some odd years old. We had this thing down on the pier back home. When they got rid of the house, we came up here. I took it across the street, and it's been sitting there ever since. Underneath some trees, underneath the sun, and it is seen better days. Well, it is still, yeah, just don't eat a big breakfast. Don't eat a big lunch, or you will fall through this thing. So we're going to refurbish this guy. When I say refurbish, we're going to use the same design, but we're going to rebuild it. And this is what we're going to rebuild it with. Alright, so for a lot of these little panels here, they're really thin. So we're going to take some decking board, because they're about the same width, and they're made for outside. They're already treated. But this is way too big for that. So we're going to cut them down to make it look like that. Oh yeah, look at that one. We're just going to use some basic tools, stuff you probably already have at your house. Yep. Now for the rest of it, we're actually going to be using some 2x4. We're going to use some pressure treated, and we're going to use this beautiful specimen. It looks brand new, right? No. We're going to still use some of our special tools and make it look a little bit like this. Still going to have a few holes in it, but that's going to be okay. We're going to cut it down. We're going to make it look like this. Alright, so before we actually get down and dirty and throw sawdust everywhere, I'm going to take you a closer look at this guy. Alright, so these guys here is going to be our little boards that go across. This right here is going to be a 2x4. We might plane it down and make it a little bit skinnier, but we'll see. We got arm rests. We have bolts here, and those is basically going to be cut. You can probably see a little bit right there. It's alright. We're going to go ahead and cut it that way so that it will actually fit in there right nicely. It's a pretty simple design, but we're going to have to tear this thing down to actually get those other pieces out and use them for templates. Or I'll just freehand it. I don't know. I'll probably just freehand it. Because taking this thing apart is going to take a long darn time. Alright, so I have this one, and I got one more that we're going to have to cut down to make these guys. I already did those just to try to save some time. So what we're going to do with this guy first we're going to cut it down, because one is longer than the other. No sense on planning all the other stuff. So we're going to start off cutting this thing down. Alright, measured from the end to right here is about 58 inches. That's pretty much what we have on the original one. Put that over there. Alright, next up, joiner. Gotta make one of these sides nice and flat. Alright, in case you don't know, this is a joiner. You got some dials over here that actually move this plate up and down. And what that's gonna do is put this edge as a true 90 degrees. Alright, so this guy right here is a fantastic tool. You should probably get one. It's a dial indicator, but it is digital. Then we put it on that side. We're going to zero it out. There we go. Stick it on that side. You should get 90 degrees. There you go. 90 degrees. Nice and true. Let's crank this baby up. Boom, there you go. Nice and flat. Check out how flat that is. That is beautiful. I love a joiner. You should probably get one because it's awesome. Anyway, next thing we gotta do is actually rip this thing down into size. Now I have one over here. It's already set up. Alright, basic table saw. And this guy is set up already for this. This is about, it's about 1.5 inches to 1 3/4. So basically 1 5/8 inches. So right there, close to me in the middle. It doesn't have to be exact, because then you can just work your spacing out. But the side that we just made true, we're going to put it next to the fence. So let's get this guy going. Whoop, 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 whoop. Got to plug it in. And I need him to push it too. Every time you use a table saw, always have a pusher tool. Don't use your fingers. And you won't have any fingers left. Alright, these things are almost to length. So now, we're just going to go over to the planer, kind of clean this up a little bit. That's nasty. You could sand it down. We're going to use a planer, because we got one. Come with me. Alright, this is our basic little planer. Very nice, I love this thing. It is one of the cheap ones, so you have to go slow. Ooh, that looks pretty. Alright, very nice, looking good on all four sides, except for that little bump right there. But you put that on the bottom, you're never gonna see it. But we're not finished yet, because look at that, look how cornered that is. That's gonna scratch your butt when you sit on my nice new bench here. So let's go over to the router and go ahead and round that edge off. Alright, we're over here at the router. Now, very easy, it's a half mooner. Check it out. See? Pretty much a half moon. It's got a nice little ball bearing right there, little buffer. It's gonna ride her on that, keep it all nice and steady, and this is gonna be rounded, and it's gonna look pretty. Let's make some more noise. All right, all rounded off. It's actually looking pretty nice. I went ahead and did all the way around both sides. No sense in going halfway. Alright, like I already showed you, I already kind of cut down these boards here and kind of planed them, cleaned them up, all that type of stuff. And actually this thing is only a couple years old. I had another project that I've actually dismantled. So what I did do was actually take measurements of everything that I needed. And hopefully I got it all done. So if you look down here, we got the armrest, right? Armrest is roughly 23 inches. Hey, guess what? Guess how much this is? Oh, look, it's 23 inches. So I do have two of these. So I got one there, and they were pretty much mirror images of each other. What we're gonna do is actually just kind of roughly hand sketch onto here and then take it to the bandsaw and zip this out and make it look just like that. Yeah. And then we're gonna hit it with the router and actually round it off. Because we don't want any sharp edges. We want everybody's tushy to be nice. Bam! Look at that. So this looks awfully close to that guy. So you can see I can kind of put it in kind of sort of like that. Now I still have to drill my holes and where the chains go and stuff like that, but we can do that a little bit later because I want to make sure I get the other side so I can get them exactly the same. Mirror images, both sides. So it's just kind of what you want to do. But anyway, how did I get to this? Well, I took waypoints, if you want to call it that. Take a look. All right, first I went across here. Everywhere that the bend starts, there, and then around the edge, I took a waypoint. So I took this one, it's about 2 inches. I did 2 inches, boom, hit a mark. Went up to here, and then took my quick square, just to make sure I get it right. And then looked at it, it's about 4.5 inches, boom, made a mark. Go up here, to the next one, 15 inches, made a mark. Then I went and did a couple lines across. So about 2.5, that's up to 3. So in between that mark and that mark, it's pretty much 2.5 inches. And then you have your little curve. And then for this guy, got a little rounded, basically use what you got. I got some beeswax here, and that fit almost perfectly, right around there. Just use what you got. It's not rocket science. Anyway, I got another one to make. So good thing is, I have a template now. So all I have to do is take my 23-inch board that I've already had and then just kind of mark it out. And then as you can see, I did use the router again just to round off the edges. And yeah, even use the belt sander. She's nice and smooth. Anyway, let's get rocking. I need a drink. Look at that. They're both almost identical. Just kind of got a little narrow on that side, but we'll see. I might have to cut another one. Not 100% happy with it, but we will see once I actually drill the hole if there's any actual room for the bolt. But the rest of it looks great. Nice and smooth. All right, so we have other pieces that we need to build. Now the next piece that we're gonna tackle is this guy right here. I'm gonna go on this side, so maybe you can see it. Anyway, we're gonna do this. It looks like kind of like a dog bone, kind of flat on one side, flat on the other side, and it kind of curves in. So we're gonna go around the shop, see what we can find, and actually go up, in, and then back out again. You see, I got boards. Pretty sure it's this guy. Yep. It's that guy. Alright, same routine. Make some waypoints. Start cutting. Alright. Bam! Alright, so same thing I did before. Just took some waypoints, about 2 inches there, 2 inches there, 5 inches there, from there to there. And then it's about, there you go. Then it's about 2 inches in the middle. So now all I have to do is actually transfer it to this guy, and then we should have 2 pieces ready to go on. And we just got to keep ripping them off until we get them all the pieces done, and then we're gonna assemble. But right now I gotta do another freehand cut on that guy, sand it down, route it out, and get the second one. Alright, got my first piece. So far, I'm liking it. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Let me see what I had to do in order to get here. Alright, as you can see, we have an angle and a swoop, and this section here, which is actually 2 boards kind of sandwiched in. It's kind of sort of like that. Now, this wasn't that big of a deal. I actually just took that bolt off and just kind of traced it in, so I'm pretty darn close. It's not 100%, but we're close enough. Here was the problem. So I was going to use this guy, my table saw, with my little gadget here that I got from my buddy Jerry. Now what this does is kind of sits there and it gets your blade where you need it to go. How high and all that type of stuff. Now here's my problem. Now that, alright, got my light. Now we're good. Alright, so this right here is a 22.5 degree angle. Now my idea and my theory was that I was going to go and put, I went ahead and picked this up because my other one, it died. I don't know where it went. It hasn't been around. Anyway, so here's my problem. It doesn't fit because my table saw is too old or too small or whatever, but I ordered the wrong stuff. But I noticed that it fits in my router. So, instead of using this guy, I used this guy. So then I kind of held it here, used my little carving bit, and now I got it all the way across. So, that part goes about right chill. So I just got to make 3 more of these because you got one here, and you got one in the center, and you got one over here. Now when you do the one over here, as you can tell, the bracket is backwards. So don't cut that section, don't cut this section, cut the other side. So just keep in mind of that. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and cut a few more of those, but that's gonna be tomorrow because it is late tonight. And I gotta keep my windows open because of all the sawdust. Because yes, Mr. Jerry, I do not have a dust collector yet. We're working on it. Mr. Jerry's working on it. Eventually, I'm gonna have one. I'm gonna have tubes up everywhere. And all this crap that's on the ground, it's gonna get sucked up into a bucket. That's not until another day. But anyway, see you tomorrow. I gotta go inside and take a shower. See you in a bit. Hey look, it's a brand new day. Got different clothes on, but we're still working on the same project. Now, I'm gonna use this one as a template, and then Ooh, so silky smooth. Then I should have 3 of them almost identical. I think we have enough parts to actually put this thing together. Yeah, baby. Oh my gosh, we got progress. All right, this is basically what we got. We got the back and we got the butt. The butt is a little bit thicker than the back because, hey, that's where all the weight's gonna be. Now, I am reusing the hardware. I went ahead and dismantled it. Anyway, didn't take it apart too much, but enough to get the hardware off. Once again, I didn't plan very well and I don't have the hardware. So we're gonna reuse this hardware. I got most of it off. I did have one casualty, so we're gonna have one oddball bolt. Yep, that happens. Oh well. I'll find something else to actually do. I might have some more lag bolts that we can use, but for right now, that's what we got. Now, I went ahead and used the router table and actually cut out a little section here, a little section there, so when they go together, hopefully, okay, maybe that's not the right one because that does not fit. Oh. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta fix that. That's garbage. Sorry, be right back. All right, now we got some boards ready. Anyway, so they fit pretty nicely, and like I said, I was using the same other hardware, but I did take it downstairs to the wire brush and actually clean it up a little bit. It's old stuff. It's gonna get rusty, but this guy should last for the life of this bench. So basically, I just grabbed myself a drill bit that fit the actual bolt. I believe it's a 7/16. I don't know because it's old stuff. Anyway, went ahead and drilled 2 holes. Like I said, drill 2 holes, just kind of in the meat of it. One there, cinch it in, and then you're ready to go. Then it'll be time to put on the planks, and then we'll be done with this project. Yeah, the main structure is all done. So now we're just gonna clean off the table and actually set this up so we can actually start putting our planks on. Should be easy, I hope. We're gonna drill some pilot holes, we're gonna put some screws in, and then we're gonna sit back, relax, and enjoy our stuff. All right, now we're ready for our next step. I'm excited, are you excited? All right, so these guys are 58 inches long. Turn the light off. Don't need it. There you go. 58 inches long. Guess how much half of 58? Oh, I'm thinking 29. So I made a little mark all the way across. They are doubled up. We're going to be using some of these decking screws to be able to hold it all together. And all we're going to do is drill hole every single one of them. Why are we drilling it? Because I don't want it to split, especially when you get to those guys. I'll stick that underneath. Drill, 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 drill. Screw, screw, screw. Bob's your uncle. And that will be all done. We're going to do the same thing to the sides to be able to get to the side mounts right there. All right, we are getting really close to the end of this project. Take a look and see where we're at right now so you know where we're going in the future. All right, so we have one rib going all the way up. We have an outside rib going all the way up. And yes, I am not a professional. I got a big gap, I got some tight gaps, and I'm too short. I need one there and a one there. So I'm gonna have to find something around here that I can make into another board. Anyway, I got all these holes already pre-drilled. I got my backing behind it, as you can see. So I'm gonna start it here on the bottom here, because I know where that one's gonna go. That's gonna go all the way to the bottom. And then the one up here, I know is going to be right there. So I put that there, and then be able to try to get eyeball the rest of the gappage. I am using a drill. If I find out where I did with it. There we go. So I'm drilling a pilot hole so I don't split it. And then obviously I'm just ramrodding them in there. Exterior screws in there, all gonna be one piece. And then we can put the arms on, and then we'll be that much closer to bringing it across the street. All right, all the screws are in. Now let's see how sturdy she is. Oh my gosh, that is rock solid. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm gonna go downstairs and try to figure out what I'm gonna do about the last two, because we gotta have those. And then we're gonna put on the arms, which is gonna look something like a these. There you go. And then we're gonna put some holes through here and run the chain. We're gonna use the same old chain. It's a little rusty, but hey, maybe we'll throw some paint on it later. But today, I'm just gonna get it back over there. I'm not gonna sit on it. Maybe. All right, I gotta figure something out. All right, I am ready for this project to be done. So all we have to do now is put on the arm rails. Now, if you kind of look over here, there you go. All right, so we have the side over here. I made a little mark here, which just kind of matched what we had over there. So this is just going to be flush with the table. And then I'm going to take my drill, like so, make a little mark. There you go. Now this particular hole and this particular hole up here is where the chains are going to be hooked up to. So make sure that you have the longer bolts. Now these I'm going to take downstairs and get rid of that crud that's on it. But real quick, it's going to come out. It's going to go through here. So, all right, let's just pretend that's all there. Then you can have a washer, and then a nut, and then a washer, and then the chain, and then a washer, and then we have these nylon nuts here because we don't want this to fall off, because you don't want people falling off your bench here. So I'm gonna take these downstairs and hit it with the wire brush. Be right back. All right, once again, I gotta go inside, and yet another day with this thing not being done. I need more hardware. So I'm just gonna take the old ones to hardware store, pick up some more of these, pick up these guys, and once that's done, then I'll be ready to put it away. I hope. Still got this guy to put on. Can't do that without my hardware. I did drill the holes. Yeah. Anyway, see you tomorrow. All right. Hey, look, it's another day. We're back onto the bench, and we did stop off at the hardware store and picked up a couple things to actually finish it off. Could have put new chains on, but I didn't because the weight capacity on the ones I was looking at was only 250 pounds. Don't they know we like to eat? Darn. Anyway, take a look, close up, and then we'll take it across the street, hook it up, and get a little swing. All right. So we had to bore a hole straight through for the chain. It goes down. I did have to get new bolts here to make these a little bit longer, and also I broke that other one. The ones in the back, reused it, but that should be enough to actually hold it up. And also here's my two new planks. Don't that look pretty? Anyway, I got my supervisor over here. Hey, Corb. Supposed to be my camera dude. Anyway, this is the other side. Basically the same thing as what we saw on the first side. We got new bolts. Yep, same old bolts. But hey, there it is. So basically we took a piece of garbage and made it new again by borrowing somebody else's design. It's not bad. If I was going to do this again, I would change a few things. But this is going to be great for the years to come. Hopefully more people will actually use it and it won't go to waste. Anyway, I'm going to take it across the street, sit in it, and until next time, get out there and fix stuff, build stuff. This didn't cost that much because we used a bunch of reused stuff. Take it easy. have fun, enjoy, get out there and build. We'll catch you next time. Later.